Today is Monday, April 11th, and today is day one of the next 6 weeks of prepping for PWA championships, which is my second meet. I decided to sign up for it about a week ago. I actually didn't pull the trigger on signing up for it until today, and that's because Monday of last week, I didn't upload the video for that, nor did I for the rest of that week, just because Monday I actually hurt my quad a little bit, and I wasn't sure at the time how serious it was, and so it was pretty different from the way I injured like my lower back, where there was like a definitive sort of snap, whereas this was more of a slight pain that grew more and more with each set, and this was on Monday while I was doing the snatch work, and so with that sort of having come up, I was a little bit more hesitant on, okay, should I wait a little bit to sign up for this meet? But after taking like a week off, my quad felt normal again, and today was just the way of testing if I'm like fully back to normal. And I was. So I think that was today's training session was sort of the sign to pull the trigger on signing up for the meet. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at now. So I have 6 weeks left to prep for this meet. I'm still, relatively fresh off of my lower back injury, but I think right now in pretty good shape now that the quad pain has subsided and my lower back issues are pretty much gone. Knock on wood that obviously it doesn't like come back for whatever reason, but yeah, so pretty excited for that. With today, so the main like snatch complex, for the snatch work was the power snatch plus hang snatch, which is a complex I've never done before, but I actually really like it because the power snatch, the first rep of the power snatch gets me sort of, gives me practice with, like transitioning off of the ground into like the snatch, if that makes any sense. And then the hang snatch is, I'm very used to that and much better at the hang snatch comparatively, just because of the more time I've spent with it over the last like few months. And so it's like the complex was, I think, quite effective in like training both parts of the lift. And I think it'll help me sort of put everything together for the actual full competition lift. But other than that rep right there, and I guess a few others, that rep I caught it a little bit early, so I was in front, but I still didn't fail it. But all my lifts today were honestly really nice. I think my technique today in particular was really good with the power snatches, especially compared to the last few weeks where I've had a lot of trouble sort of continuing to push over like the midfoot and then like staying over the bar, making sure I'm like pushing up directly, like straight up directly, compared to in those aspects. Compared to the last few weeks, my power snatches were much better, and then the hang snatch also felt really good. Obviously this isn't super heavy of a weight, but it's definitely non-negligible, and the fact that it was like pretty darn easy after a week off is a really good sign, I think. But yeah, technique felt great on those. The snatch high pulls, same idea, just the emphasis on the pull work to like get myself back into shape in regards to like my strength off the ground. And these are also really helpful. This high pull that I've been working on for the last, I think, 2 weeks is sort of what I'm mainly thinking about when I'm starting off the ground, like doing exactly what I do for the snatch high pull and then leading that into the power snatch. But on Friday, I think the plan is to do the competition snatch, like the full snatch, and then the full clean and jerk as well. So I'm pretty excited to see like how the work I've been doing for the power snatches translates over to the full snatch. But yeah, excited for that. And then moved on to snatch push press plus overhead squat. And here I think my dip and drive were not great on some of them. You can sort of see how my butt curls inwards like that right there. And I sort of noticed it earlier on, so I tried to be more mindful about that by just like making sure that I'm not like overly extended when I dip, and that the important part being like my core being like set and tight. so that like my torso sort of moves as one unit instead of breaking at the lower back. But yeah, this was the last warm up for 95 kilos, which was pretty challenging, but also I definitely have room in the tank, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, after this, that's my third push press. And then the overhead squat was pretty solid. I mean, like a little bit shaky, but I think overall pretty stable. And then did some pull-ups, did some core work, and then that was the end of today.